Hi students, this is Panda. Welcome to Master of English. Welcome to another class of English. Your CHSE secondary compulsory courses are going on. Today we are in the last unit of the last chapter, that is on examination, that was continuing. Okay, so let us start the topic. Okay, so what happened? I have been fortunate to see a good deal more of him. The author was talking about what Mary, one of his senior school fellows who was at Harrow at the same time, and whom he had pulled into the bath. We have already studied those things, read about those things in the previous chapter. So what happened? I have been fortunate to see a good deal more of him. लेखक कहते जे मोर सौभाग्य जे मु तांकु मोर परवर्ती काल रे परवर्ती समय रे बहुत तांकर सहयोग पाइथिली तांकर सहित मु मिसथिली more of him in times when 3 years difference in age is not so important as it is at school, and in times when 3 years of difference of age was not at all important. से समय जो समय 3 वर्ष को गोटे माने डिफरेंस हिसाब रे देखा जाय नै एज रो डिफरेंस हिसाब रे देखा जाय नै जेमति पिले हम जानिबा हमें एबे सप्तम श्रेणी रे पढुथिले आ जने 10th श्रेणी रे पढुथला सेते बेले हम कोन भाउछु हम जूनियर से सीनियर एबे जेमति तो प्लस 2 फर्स्ट ईयर रे पढुथिबा पिला को सेकंड ईयर पिला सीनियर जूनियर बोल कहउछंती किंतु बड़ हे गेला परे वी आर इन द सेम कॉलेज हम सेम कॉलेज रे पढुथल बोली हम कहउछु बुझियोछि ना नै तो से भलिया जेतल से बड़ हेले जेतल बड़ हेला परे एज रो डिफरेंस ता कमी जाय सीनियर जूनियर भेदभावटा रहे ना तो से भाया किसी हेतिला कोन हेतिला We were afterwards to be cabinet colleague for a good many years. We were, that means Mary and the writer Winston Churchill, they were cabinet colleague. Cabinet जो इंग्लैंड रो पार्लियामेंट अछि तार कैबिनेट रे दुई जण सांगेरे कैबिनेट को इलेक्टेड हेतिले सांगेरे काम करथले good many years बहुत दिन पई. It was thought incongruous that while I apparently stagnated the lowest form I should gain a prize open to the whole school for reciting to the headmaster 1200 lines of Macaulay's Lays of Ancient Rome. It was thought incongruous, impossible like this. Incongruous means not possible or not at all correct like this. The meaning is okay. So incongruous that while I apparently stagnated. Apparently means apparently you can say clearly. Or opatoto, okay, clearly, or you can say clearly. So what I apparently stagnated, stick to, you can say, stick to, or fixed, you can say, fixed. और कवि के कोठी केते नंबर होथले तान क्लास रे हम जान से सेक्शन सी रे थिले सबठार तळे थिले रैंक हिसाब से हाँ ना सो apparently stagnated in the lowest form सब बेले मु लोएस्ट फॉर्म रे रहउथली स्कूल रा लोएस्ट पिला मान को हिसाब रे मते गणना करो at school thought incongruous that while I apparently stagnated in the lowest form I should gain a prize open to the whole school for reciting a poem Macaulay's Lays of Ancient Rome without making a single mistake कौन हितिला तांग स्कूल रे गोटे पोएम कंपटीशन हेतिला हेडमास्टर के सामने गोटे पोएम कंपटीशन करा हेतिला को पोएम ता कोन थिला गोटे 1200 लाइंस रो पोएम थिला 1200 धाडी रो पोएम रो नाम थिला कोन लेज ऑफ एंशिएंट रोम रिटन बाय मैकले बुझियोछि तो गोटे सबुठारु तळे थिबा पिला से कोन कला से 1200 धाडी रो पोएम को बिना भूल रे निर्भूल रे पढी गिरी से प्राइज पाइतला अडा आश्चर्यजनक नो इम्पॉसिबल नो incongruent नो incongruous okay 100 lines of Macaulay Lays of Ancient Rome without making a single mistake एटा गोटे अचीवमेंट थिला अतरंकर कोठी स्कूल रे कोन हेतिला ते 1200 धाडी रो मैकले को द्वारा लिखित लेज ऑफ एंशिएंट रोम रो पोएम टाकू 1200 धाडी रो पोएम टाकू निर्भुल भाव रे पढी गिरी प्राइज पाइथिले आ कोन थिला 1200 lines okay. Then I also succeeded in passing the preliminary examination for the army while still almost at the bottom of the school. And one of the toughest examination in England, the preliminary examination of army. Army को जीवा पे तंगर preliminary examination देवा पड़े पहले. सेटा वन ऑफ द टफेस्ट एग्जामिनेशन एंड व्हाइल ही वाज एट द बॉटम ऑफ द स्कूल जेते भल पिला माने फेल होइतिले से स्कूल रो सब शेषर थाई कि से कोन करथिले से प्रिलिमिनरी एग्जाम को क्लियर करथिले एथर गोटे जिंस हम जानिबा पिला हमर जदी पढिबार इच्छा अछि हमर जदी इंटरेस्ट इफ वी हैव इंटरेस्ट टू स्टडी वी कैन डू एनीथिंग इट डजंट मैटर इन व्हिच रैंक यू आर को रैंक रे तुम अछो तुम कोन करि परिबो डजंट मैटर केते कोन सर्टिफिकेट रे कोन लिखा छै डजंट मैटर इफ यू हैव दैट आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू डिटरमिनेशन डिसिप्लिन एंड डेडिकेशन determination dedication discipline these three are the important in your life if you want to succeed in any form bottom of the school okay let us see page number 64 this examination seemed to have called forth a very special effort on my part and this examination a parikhyata pai mu gote special effort naithili call forth a special effort for many boys for far above me in the school failed in it because many boys far above me jo mane mothar bahut bhala paduthile bahut bhala boli seman ko kohuthile seman setre fail heithile thik achi bile the school failed in it I also had a piece of good luck मु तो लेबर करथिली परिश्रम करथिली नो डाउट बट देयर इज अ पीस ऑफ गुड लक मो सहित मोर गुड लक भी थिला कोन थिला लेट अस सी पीस ऑफ गुड लक we know that among other questions we should be asked to draw from memory a map of some country or other and it was confirmed to us ame jani thilu samoste kono that there will be a question regarding the map of a country कोन से गोटे देशर मैप विषय आसीबो आउ सेटा को हमको लर्न करबा को पड़िबो okay which country we don't know but we know that the question will come about a country जेमति हम जानू छु ना इंग्लिश से पैराग्राफ गोटे आसीबो माने पाई चार्ट गोटे आसीबो एरर करेक्शन गोटे हम कंफर्म न छु किंतु कोट आसीबो हम जानि छु कि नै से बोलिया से कोन जानिथिले जे गोटे ये आसीबो कोन गोटे मैप ऑफ ए कंट्री the night okay country or the night before by way of final preparation I put the names of all the maps in the atlas into a hat and drew out New Zealand what I did I put the map of all country into a hat टोपी रे मु कोन कली फाइनल प्रिपरेशन मोर हो जेतबे होतला बिफोर नाइट ऑफ द एग्जामिनेशन मु सब कंट्री मान कर मैप को मोर टोपी ऊपर हैट रे पकेली बुझेला okay so final preparation put the names of the maps in the atlas into a hat and draw out New Zealand and I draw out one of them सबु भितर हम जेमती चिटपट करछु नंबर सब स्टिकरिंग कर दे के ड्रॉ करछु लटरी ड्रॉ से भले से कोन गले सबु ना को पकई देले आ सेठु गोटे ना ड्रॉ करे फाइनल प्रिपरेशन and I draw out New Zealand मु कोटा तानिल से भितर सबु कंट्री भितर मोर कोन आसिला न्यूजीलैंड रो मैप ता मातुकु आसिला I applied my good memory to the geography of the dominion. Dominion means state. Dominion means country, you can say. Dominion, state. Okay, country. So I drew out which one? The map of New Zealand. And I applied my good memory. More sabu matiskar jete thila my micron sabu thila sabu utilize kar deli taku learn kariba pai. Bujhela? Okay, Dominion, geography of that Dominion, and I learn all the things that are inside New Zealand, and I, utilize all my memory, whatever microns were there inside my brain, I utilize them and I learn it. Mu pura map ta ko mukhasta kar deli. Sure enough, the first question in the paper was draw a map on New Zealand, and to his good luck, tankoro saubhagya, the first question in the paper was what? Draw a map on New Zealand. New Zealand upare gote map New Zealand ro map ta tayari karo boli first question पड़ेला केते खुशी है जे पिला तुम गोटे चैप्टर प्रिपरेशन कर जाइछो सेही चैप्टर ता ही आछि तुम खुशी लागो नै so of course he was very happy okay New Zealand this was what is called a Monte Carlo at Monte Carlo an plan Monte Carlo it is a French town Monte Carlo रे ए टेक्निक बेसी प्रभावित हुए आ ताकू से माने एन प्लान बोली कहंदी कोन एन प्लान you can say jua or gambling it's a kind of gambling yes or no माने जितलो हारी गलो किछि नै so n plan Monte Carlo रे एको कोन खोजे n plan बोली खोजे and I ought to have been paid 35 times my stake however I certainly got paid very high marks for my paper आउ मते ମୁଁ ଯେତେ ମାର୍କ ମୁଁ I have scored 35 marks here. କେତେ 35 marks. Much more higher than my potential. ମୋର ଯେତିକି knowledge ଥିଲା ତାଠାରୁ ମୁଁ ଅଧିକ ମାର୍କ ପାଇଥିଲି and I scored near about 35 marks and I have been selected. So this is all about the unit, examination. What are the ups and downs? How the teacher behaved? All those things. What type of character was Winston Churchill? All those things were there. So as you know, I have not to answer the think out question of unit 3. Let me start with that think it out question of unit 3, and thereafter we'll go to unit 4. The first question is like this: how did the boy enjoy the time at the swimming bath? Pila mane unit 3 page number kete? Page number hela 63. 63 re kon achi first question achi how did the boy enjoy their time at the swimming bath? Swimming bath re pila mane time kemti enjoy kortile? Kon kortile se mane in the summer season? Between their breaks, they were going there where to the swimming pool. They were taking dips, okay, and between their dips, they were eating enormous buns, by sitting where at the asphalt margin. Say, jo margin thila se upare basi se mane khautile ebong buda pakautile. Next question: what kind of pranks did they enjoy at the bath? What kind of pranks? The pranks were that, to go behind someone stealthily and pull them into the water. This is the prank they were applying. Kon korthile semane jonokor pache ame mane luchi ki jiba taku pani bhitarku theli deba. Okay, what are the reaction of the boy? Sorry, what did the writer do to the boy standing in a meditative posture? What did he do? Se kon kole se jo pilata dhyana mudra thila taku kon kole? He went stealthily, pushed him into the water, holding his towel that he would not get wet. This is the prank being done by the author. Okay, what was the reaction of the boy? The boy came with a fish stroke from the water, hauled him away into the deep of the pool. Tanku mane force stroke kariki se asila, tanku pura pani bhitarku nei gala and start hitting him. What did the writer learn about Emery from the crowd of younger boys, the educated boys? Pilamanko ଠାରୁ କ'ଣ ଶୁଣିଲେ ଏମରି ବିଷୟରେ? You are the champion of gym. He has his own football colors. You are the head of his house, and lots of things. He came to know about whom? About Emery from the boys. How did the writer apologize for his misconduct? କେମିତି ସେ କ୍ଷମା ମାଗିଲେ? He went to the potentate with trepidation and told him that you are very short and you are just looking like my junior. That's why I did it by mistake. He told like this. Did he apologize out of fear or guilt or both? Yeah, he was apologizing both in fear and guilt. Okay, did the matter end happily for the writer? For the first time when he told that you are just looking like short, se choto dekha jauchi tenu se jani parleni setebale se kotha ta kam delani, but at last he told him that his father is a great politician, but he is also a statesman. At that time he was satisfied, Emery was satisfied, and the matter end happily. Okay, let us see the last unit think it out questions. Last unit, yes. So what is there? 3 years difference, page number 64, in which one, page number 64. 3 years difference in age is not so important as it is at school. How does the writer prove it? Yeah, when they were at Harvard, that time Emery was in 6th form and who was in 4th form? The writer was in 4th form. At that time they were senior and junior, but in the later age when they became the colleagues of cabinets, they were friends at that time. And Churchill became the prime minister and he was just a member of cabinet. So from this example it is proved that 3 years of age doesn't matter in later ages. Next, how did the writer fare at school? Kemti bholo kortile? He had what? He just sing that poem. Which poem? 1200 lines poem. He uttered the 1200 lines poem, the Lays of Ancient Rome by Maclay, without any mistake. For this he had got prize, and also he had cleared that preliminary exam to the military course. How did he win a prize at school? Yeah, by reciting the poem by Maclay's, Lays of Ancient Rome, 1200 lines without mistake. He won a prize. What are the writer's notes for the achievement at school? What are the writer's noteworthy achievements? When I was in that form, at that time there was a competition of preliminary exam to enter the military course, and where maximum students, knowledgeable students, they are failed in the examination, but the writer had clearly, cleared the examination. That was the noteworthy achievements of writer in the school. Okay. Then, how did the writer prepare himself for the preliminary examination for the army? The writer, came to know that there will be a map on the question paper about any country. That's why he just gathered all the map of the country and put them into the hat and drew out New Zealand. And fortunately, that map was there in the first question of the examination, and he had cleared. He scored 35, and he cleared the examination. Why Dutch call his success an airplane? Because in Monte Carlo, which is a French town, there this type of tricks are done or pranks are being done, and by that, because he has cleared that examination by drawing that map of New Zealand. That's why he called his success an airplane. So, guys, I hope you understood the poem. If you have any doubts regarding this, prose, if you have any doubts regarding this prose, just leave me a comment and I'll try to clear all your doubts. Okay, bye bye. Stay healthy. Thank you.